You are now tuned into Kari's Crib. Kari's Crib. Kari's Crib. Kari's Crib.
What's good in 10 pretty people? Tuesday evening, my name is Khary, this is my crib, and I invite you into my home for another evening of the dopest live stream that's some like a podcast, some like a newscast, and some like a showcase. We're gonna have a good time tonight. We got some news we gonna be going over, some hip-hop culture shit we gonna be getting into. You know, we got an interesting topic we gonna be talking about tonight. I got a dope-ass guest with me this evening. I got a dope co-host. Her name is Steffeless. She's actually joined the stream with me before. She was actually performing on I think your last appearance you performed. Did you not? I think you did. Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, she did. She performed, you know? And she's a dope poet. She's a poet. She's an actress. She's a stylist. She's a hairstylist. She's a dancer. She got, part of me kind of be like, are you Jamaican? Because you got like mad jobs, you know? Nah, but you're not. She's Puerto you're Puerto Rican, right? Am I correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so it's close. The only thing different between us is a boat stop.
True indeed, you know? Well, I got my homegirl, Steffeless, joining us this evening. What's going on? How has your day been?
Yeah.
Hope your weekend was good, you know? This is my homegirl. She lives out here in Florida, but she's actually from the Bronx. Say that again?
My day was amazing. Thank you for asking. Very productive, trying to maintain positive, trying to maintain momentum.
That's
My week was pretty dope too. How about yours?
My weekend hasn't been bad. My week started off all right. My day was good. I almost fucked it up. I almost messed up my day, actually. I almost really made a bad mistake today. I took a late lunch, right? I was driving to go get something to eat, but I realized, oh shit, I got a meeting in 5 minutes, right? So I called into my meeting, and shit like that. As I'm in the car, I'm at the light, I'm in the turn lane, because I'm about to go turn and jump into the Wendy's drive-in real quick. The light turns green, I start to go, and I realized all of the cars are going straight, none of them are turning. And I say, you know what? If I'm in the turn lane, I'm going, these cars are not supposed to be coming right now. What's going on? And that's when I realized I saw the wrong light turn green. I saw the light to go straight turn green, not the light to turn red. So I almost did that, right? So I said, oh shit. I looked in my rearview mirror. I was the only idiot to go. So I put my car in reverse. I backed up, sat there, waited for the light to turn green. Meanwhile, I'm still on the phone on my meeting and shit, talking, giving details about some type of code and shit like that. And I kind of think that's what kind of really threw me off, So then the light turns green, I hit the gas, and my car starts to go backwards. And I was like, oh shit, let me stop. I stopped in enough time so I didn't ram into the guy behind me. I put it in drive, and I continued into Wendy's and got my lunch and shit like that. But I almost fucked up my whole day with
You
accent,
did though. You almost fucked up your whole day, but you here, you ain't bump into nobody's shit. Like
correct. I didn't
now.
fuck my shit up.
By the way, if you don't hear Khary's good mornings on his Instagram, I don't know what you're doing, because it makes my day almost every time.
Well, I'm glad you like it. Which reminds me, I can now do that on Twitter. I can now do those and post it to Twitter. Twitter put out a new update today, a few hours ago, actually. I was on my Twitter. I pulled it up. I was like, why does this shit look mad different? Why is there circles at the top looking like Instagram stories, right? And turns out they made an update, and now there's stories on Twitter. There are stories on Twitter, but they don't call it stories.
What do they call it?
They call it fleets. FLEET. They wanted to stay in line with the tweet, with the I guess with that whole eat. So these are called fleets and shit like that. So I can now post stories to my Twitter. I'm not sure if this is gonna make me use Instagram less and Twitter more, because I don't like the update that Twitter recently did. Did you notice it? Where like the bottom is now like the shop and shit like that.
So I'm not really a Twitter person. I don't even have a Twitter.
Well, Instagram.
Should I get one?
Yeah, definitely. You should definitely get one. You know, Twitter be popping. That's where all the news comes from and shit like that. You know.
Okay, so like that's where, okay, so and then they do this fact check thing, right? So where like even with Trump, he posted something about the elections being rigged, and Twitter took it down because it was in violation of the fake news policies that they have.
Yes. Khary over here in the chat said Twitter basically built a feature for people to say reckless stuff and it won't live live in history. Which I think they did. Yo, but you know what? I felt like they said, we have to do more than this writing texts and shit like that, like messaging and shit like that, They're like, we need to do more. They tried some voice shit. That didn't really work too well. I don't think people really jumped on that like that. People didn't really start using it like that. But they realized that people like the story feature. They liked it. Instagram stole from Snapchat, the story feature, right? Facebook then went and duplicated Instagram, And
but Instagram and Facebook, aren't they owned by the same? Doesn't Zuckerberg own both of them?
Yeah, he does. He does own both of them. He does own both of them. But still, they said, you know what? People are interacting with this. Let's create our own. Facebook has it, And now Instagram said, you know what? We need something else. People didn't really jump onto the chat like that. The voice audio, I should say. And so they said, you know what? Let's throw our own story feature out there and call it a fleet. So did the fleet. I actually posted my first fleet earlier tonight, actually, right, as I was setting up. I was like, oh shit, I got something I can fleet, And so I did a little video of just my little setup right here before I went live. And that was my first fleet. I'm not sure how often I use it, but I will definitely probably use it for my good mornings and shit like that.
Shout out to the future good morning fleets. making people's day on Twitter and shit.
So I see you over there rolling up and shit.
Little some.
What you puffing on?
Tangy.
Okay.
What you got?
Me, I am puffing on some Wedding Crashers this evening. It's called Wedding Crashers. Yeah.
What strain is that?
That's what it's called, Wedding Crashers. I might have to Google it and find something. But when you talk about whether it's a sativa or indica, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's a hybrid, because a lot of the ones I get from my dude be hybrids and shit like that. I'm just gonna take a guess,
Do you have a preference on like which strain you like more? Do you like more of the sativa? Do you like more of the indica, or like?
Yeah, I definitely like the sativas more. They give me a little more energy, make me feel a little more creative and shit like that. Make me bounce around a little more than the last.
Yeah. I'm like the opposite. I prefer indica because it gives me that real chill, like laid back body, relax, less tension, less stress.
Got you. I'm over here looking at the comments. What's up to all my house guests over here in the chat and shit? I'm glad y'all joined me this evening. I'm glad y'all checked in. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already done that. That definitely helps out the stream and shit like that. But let me get off of the Twitter shit and let me jump into it, yo. This weekend, the past couple of weeks actually has been kind of rough for rappers and shit like that. A couple weeks ago, I think it was about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, King Von got killed. Then Mo3 got killed. Boosie Badass was in Dallas, I believe, and he was actually attending a vigil for Mo3. and somebody started shooting at his Sprinter van, and Boosie ended up getting shot in the leg. You know, at first they say he didn't get shot, but then it turned out that he did in fact get shot in the leg, ended up going to the hospital, you know, getting checked out, and I believe he got released from the hospital, and there wasn't nothing life-threatening, but yeah, Boosie got shot in the leg attending a vigil for a man that just got murdered. Shit is wild.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know something?
What's that?
It's real, to me, it's real unfortunate that so many of these men are losing their lives, right, in the rap community. Mm-hmm. By the same token, I'm also grateful that it serves as an example to these kids who trying to emulate their behavior and all this gang violence shit, and trying to like, hey, there's real consequence out here. Like these people that you look up to, they're actually dying. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it kind of takes that invincibility complex away from them, which is essentially what we need, you know, for these kids, for the new generation growing up. Like this is not without consequence.
Right. But do they get that from this? That I wonder. I'm not sure if they're gonna get that from it. I'm just thinking back to myself as a kid. I was given all the warnings in the world, all the examples of shit I shouldn't do, things that were dangerous, why things might be bad, you know, why I shouldn't do things. But I always had in my head, you know what? Not me, you know? Until one day I got shot, and then I was like, maybe it can happen, you know? I didn't think it could happen till it did happen, you know? And once it did happen, then I started realizing, okay, shit actually can happen. And that's what actually made me start realizing maybe I need to change a couple things, you know? Because until something happens to you personally to make you realize you ain't special, you know, I think that's what it takes sometimes, or the majority of times, in my opinion.
Right. And then it's also like a shock factor too. You know what I'm saying? Hearing news like of your favorite rappers dying, like to me, it's crazy that these rappers are, you know, they have so much money, but they don't invest in the right protection for themselves because it's viewed as being pussy, or it's viewed as being, you know, less gangster to have like a team to protect you. But you're a high profile individual, or, you know, people is going to want to come for your head. And when that happens, you want to be prepared. You want to have somebody to protect your life. Yeah.
That's a fact. Some people do it. Some people do. The next individual that I'm about to talk about, Benny the Butcher, he recently got shot in the leg as well, maybe a day or two after Boosie got shot. He got shot in the leg in Houston, you know? And his homeboy, who was it? Was it West Side Gun? I think West Side Gun was recently on the Joe Budden podcast, and he was talking about he always got his homeboy with him that got the Mac with him and shit like that. But if niggas get the drop on you, does it matter if your man got the Mac? You know? Because
what rappers gotta do, they gotta get smart with it. They have to start creating their own private security companies so that when they go to places like airports and different states and different, you know, cities and stuff, they could have a contract of their people around them, protecting them with licensed weapons and you know, and the proper training. You could turn your soldiers, your street soldiers, into legit soldiers. They're getting paid for what they're doing, and they eating, so you're not carrying everybody, you know, on your back, paying for all their meals and hotel stays. They got their bread. See what I'm saying? And you know, do it legit. Do it in a way that's gonna not get you stopped and 10 years in prison.
Right. That's a dope idea. We may have to have you write that up as a business plan and sell that to some rappers. You know?
Facts.
Word. But I think
they gotta start. Listen, they gotta start legitimizing themselves. They do, because to me it's like you can't be messed with if you have the paperwork. You pull up to the airport, you strapped. Your team is strapped. So they're like, hold up, you can't take these straps with you.
Right. Okay, so The Benny situation, I think they was at Walmart. Some dudes rolled up on them in the van, like 5 dudes, jumped out on them, and pretty much just like got the drop on them. Do you think they would have tried to get that drop on them if they had like what looked like private security instead of just they niggas security, with guns? Because even if they had
private security, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. Do you think they would have even been tried if there would have been a couple of guys there dressed like security? I'm assuming everybody was dressed looking like Benny. You know, everybody was dressed like maybe like looking like me.
Right.
Now, if there was individuals there looking like security and like in a couple of niggas in suits, couple of big dudes with suits on, do you think dudes would have tried to jump out on them at that point in a situation like that? Or do you think because it didn't look like security?
Two factors. There's 2 factors that I feel come into play here, right? Number 1, avoidance. If it looks like I'm rolling deep with some trained motherfuckers behind me and they ready to pop some shit when I need them to, chances are you're gonna probably think twice about running up on me. That's number 1. Number 2, if my security is doing their job, they're going to see somebody trailing us. They're going to look out for vehicles that look like they took too many turns with us. Because they had to have been following the vehicle in order to run up on them, in order to do a come up. So if that's the case, I feel like if my team is doing a good job, they would have been spot the suspicious van with a bunch of niggas ready to come up on me.
Got you. So you feel, so I think I feel you though. So because I'm assuming Friends was playing security. Friends was like, I'll shoot for you with shit like that, you know? I'm not and not like security where they just always with their head on the swivel and that's their only function to be security. You know? I think that might be the problem.
Right, but you could turn them into, like, you could turn your foot soldiers, your niggas, your everyday niggas, you could turn them into these trained, especially if they don't got a record, because a lot of these people don't. A lot of people, it's a no face, no case type situation. And if you could turn these people into your in a polished security team, they legit. They're gonna learn how to really keep, like you said, keep their head on a swivel, watch your 6, make sure they clock in, you know, whatever. There's a whole science to protection. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I'm just over here making my second drink, by the way.
What you sipping on? Where's my cup?
I got some vodka and Coke actually this week. You know, I got the proper soda for my drink. Normally I'll have the other one.
What's the other one?
Pepsi, you know? Which a lot of people don't like Pepsi with the alcohol for some reason. To me, it don't matter. I don't give a fuck. I'm just like, you know what? A drink is a drink, in my opinion.
For real? Like, I think Pepsi is too sweet for me.
That's what a lot of people say. I don't know. That's what a lot of people say. But
like, I think it's just a little too sweet.
I'm looking at Khary over here in the chat.
Please, literally anything else. Let's get him on some coconut water. That's healthy.
That might be something. I don't think I've tried that before, actually. Yeah.
What? You need to use some coconut water. I forgot the name of the brand, but it comes in almost like a little rectangular, I don't know if it's a pint, but it's little and it's kind of like it's a different shaped container than what you would know, and it's also like carton texture almost.
Okay.
And like I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna find it out. I think it's Viva Coco. I think it is. Yeah. But anyway,
Walton just said really Vida Coco. Yeah. And
yeah.
And
Yep.
Khary over here said in the comments that said in the chat, it's just hard to be living a rapper lifestyle and have your boys be your security without them partying with you. It's just better to hire someone who isn't even about the nightlife to be security, which I agree with.
But if that's the case, the difference between that and your boys getting off of a prison sentence for doing some shit that they normally do, which is like, you know what I'm saying, put it off. If you trying to, first of all, if I'm an artist, I got too much to lose to have reckless ass niggas just firing shit around me and on my tour bus, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I already know that, and you're not trying to legitimize yourself, you can't have a weapon. You can't have a weapon around me. So if you want to be that would be just my protocol, just period. If that's something that you wanted to do, just chilling with me, is that you have to be legit. Everything has to be legit. So if there's an altercation, we come out on top in court. Nobody's serving life sentences.
Right. I feel you on that one. I could definitely rock with you on that one. Which leads into my next story. Rapper Lil Wayne was charged with a federal gun offense in Florida today, in St. Pete actually. And he faces 10 years in prison.
What?
He faces 10 years in prison. You know why?
Let's hope all that dick sucking he was doing at Trump could get him a pardon or something.
I'd be like, Mr. Trump, if I plead guilty now, you know what? Maybe that's why he did it. Would you be? That's
what I'm saying. Yo, that's the first thing that I thought when I saw.
Would you be mad at him if that's why he did it? If that's why he shook Trump's hand because Trump promised a pardon with this gun charge that he faces 10 years for?
If he, I'm not gonna hold you. Part of me would be disappointed because he knows his influence. But at the same time, he is in that tax bracket of people that benefit from his presidency. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like financially beneficial to him, but also it could have been, that's the first thing that I thought. When I seen the gun charge, when I first saw that in an article, mm-hmm. I was like, this is probably why he was sucking Trump's dick.
I wouldn't be surprised. Walton over here says he will beat that. He will beat his gun charges in NYC. His gun charges are in NYC, but it's a federal law that if you're convicted of a felony anywhere in the U.S., you can't possess a gun. And that's what that gun charge is, and that's why it's a federal charge. And that might be why he was sucking Trump's dick. But according to the story I was reading, they're gonna fight the charges. And it looks like they're actually going to challenge the whole felons having a gun if they're not considered violent felons. Reading the story, it looked like they was actually going to be trying to challenge the law in that capacity. Saying, you know what, he's not a violent felon. There's no reason to believe that he's will ever be a violent person. And so that's a unjust law. That's how it looks like they're going to try to argue it. Which
they have to. I mean, he's paying these lawyers very well to come up and spin some shit to try to get him a lesser sentence, or to try to get him off somehow. But you know what I'm saying. But even like Kai said that I'm about to have hood niggas in suits and shirt and ties and with resumes, like that goes back to what I was saying before. Like, if he had this, I don't know, with him having access to so many resources, why he hasn't tried to find loopholes up until this point to have him be able to arm himself. Like, he's high profile. He wants to protect his life, and he should have that right.
Yeah.
If he's not a violent felon.
That's a fact. He should have that right. But I guess he felt like, you know what? Up until this point, he's pretty much been getting by. Nobody's been fucking with him. He's been taking private jets and shit like that. He's been able to do what the fuck he wants without nobody fucking with him, really, up until this point. And I'm pretty sure he didn't think he was going to get caught at the airport with a gun. But he actually said that it was his gun. He said it was his gun when he got caught with it. But he said it was a Father's Day gift. It was like an all gold gun or some shit like that. It wasn't a gun you would normally use to go body somebody, Anybody that tries
but
to,
but at the same time, he knows. Everybody knows how New York gives it up when it comes to firearms.
yeah, but he wasn't in New York. He was in St. Pete.
You should have.
He was in St. Pete with this gun charge here.
I read in the comments.
This gun charge,
I read in the
federal
comments
charge.
somebody saying something about.
No, about 10 years ago, he was convicted in New York for possession of a gun, which got him that year and a change in jail. You know, which that's what makes him the convicted felon. And that's why when he got caught in Miami with the gun, that's what they're charging him with now, because he was a convicted felon from that incident. And that's why he has that song where he talks in the beginning. No, he had an interview where he said he hates New York. You know, he said, "Fuck New York. I hate New York." You know, because he came to New York, got caught with a gun, and got arrested. You know, because Fab made a song that was like "So New York" or some shit like that, and he used Lil Wayne little interview in the beginning. You know, Walter says the issue is the airport.
That's crazy.
You know.
See, but and my thing is, if you got bread, this is my thing, Khary. Like I'm a very proactive thinker, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm a rapper and I know I'm gonna be in a city, I'm gonna call somebody and be like, "Yo, order this strap for me," or "I'm gonna order this strap. You go pick it up and have that shit for me there when I get there, and then just leave it there."
Yeah.
Like not traveling with you, just have the weapons that you need in the city that you're gonna go. You know what I'm saying? And hold it down. Like, I don't know. They have so much money. Like, be proactive. Like,
yeah. I agree. Well, I hope he beats the case. I hope Trump gives him a pardon if he does get convicted. His case is actually scheduled to go to trial, I think, in December. So he has. If I was him, I would try to rush that shit before the end of December. You know, so Trump can sign that pardon letter if he does get convicted, which hopefully he doesn't. You know, but let's move on. Do you fuck with Jeremiah? You know who Jeremiah is?
yeah, I heard about him.
Oh, what did I wait? I just pushed something by accident.
Okay.
Right.
I was saying that I heard about what happened to him. Like, he like fighting for his life with COVID?
Yeah, he's in the hospital right now. He's in the hospital with COVID. They said he was in ICU. Last I read, they said that he was doing better, but he's still not like out of the danger zone yet, you know. Yeah, so they said he was having some issues and complications with catching COVID. So prayers up for Jeremiah. You know, we need some more birthday sex songs and shit like that. So definitely prayers up to that. This COVID shit is
I wish him a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
Coronavirus. Shit is getting real.
Yo, shit is getting real.
Yo, this surge is happening too, and it's like the shit that irritates me is poor leadership, because people just don't know what to do. A lot of people feel lax about COVID now, so nobody's wearing masks, and it's like people just don't know what to do.
Yeah, I feel you with that one. A lot of people aren't wearing masks. They have got laxed and shit. And actually, we're going to talk about that a little later. I got a couple of news stories later on that I was going to talk about that dealt with that. Biden was going to be talking about mandating masks or some shit like that on the federal level. So, yeah, we'll talk about that one a little bit later. So, yeah. You know, so I hope he does better. I hope he gets better. You know? And
yes, me too. Wishing Jeremiah speedy recovery.
Definitely. You know? And you got Hulu?
I do.
Did you see that they released a Tekashi 6ix9ine documentary called 6ix9ine: The Saga of Danny Hernandez?
Let me tell you something. No, I didn't know that, but I'm gonna tell you right now. Like, say what you want about that clown ass nigga. He's a genius when it comes to marketing and making moves for himself. When you hear him talk, it's like you hear all this, you see all this crazy shit, but like literally marketing genius. Like he's he's somebody you gotta watch. He's somebody's moves you gotta watch because he's low key with it.
I think he's lucky. I think he's lucky. You know, I think he's lucky. He somehow got that first buzz and just figured out, hey, if I just keep being foolish, people will watch. Cause that's kind of how he looked to me. And I haven't seen this documentary. I wasn't gonna watch it. I might check it out just a little bit. And the only reason why I might check it out now was because he refused to be in it. I don't think he has any actual part of the documentary and shit like that. So I think it might just be, I want to see what they say about him without him being involved in it and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I might watch it. I'm not really too invested in the kid, so I don't really care too much about him. But if I get a chance, I might just pull it up one day.
Have you ever like sat and listened to one of his interviews? Like have you ever heard him speak?
Nah, the only time I heard him speak was on The Breakfast Club with Charlamagne. And that was the interview before he got locked up.
Right. He's clearly a child. We know that. He's clearly a child. Yeah. But when I tell you he has this marketing shit on lock, and unfortunately, it is a lot of shitty things. There's a lot of shitty things that come with that because he's using his influence for pure foolery. And again, he's influencing children to making it acceptable to fucking snitch, like making glorifying being a rat. You know what I'm saying? These are things that we know, right? But when you see certain things, to me, it's intriguing because like the way the mind works, the way how people interact and how people do things is intriguing to me. So when I heard him, and I'm gonna send you the interview so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm like, wait, some of this shit is intentional. So I'm gonna listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm a listen because it's intentional. I can see that it's not him just getting lucky. Right now, luck is his thing because he hasn't been killed. He got great security and all that. But like, he can't live a normal life ever again because of what he did. But like you said, it's just for entertainment.
Maybe that's the reason why he's still living, because he has real security. And people say, you know what, I'm not going to come up on him because his security ain't his friends trying to chill with him and hang out. His security is trying to stay alive because they know niggas is on his ass. You know, maybe that might be a difference on why he might be alive.
Yes. Oh, of course. He said, and like he was breaking it down in an interview. He said that he pays, I think close to $2 million, I think it is, or I don't know how much. He said he pays just a month. He has like super security.
That sounds a little over expensive.
They're paying him well. They're paying him very well.
That sounds like a lot.
Mind you, you gotta know the
$2 million. I think that's a little bloated. That's excessive. You know? Yeah, I think that's a little bloated. $2 million a month on security for one person.
How much is your life worth?
I'm saying,
how much is your life worth, though? That's why these record labels released him and paid for lawyers, and they made all these investments in him because they knew he was gonna do numbers before. But now that he has all this controversy in the media, and now he's glorifying this, like he's flipping his persona now, just being, you know, a straight fool. Now it's like, you know, they have this.
Keita had a point.
For lack of a better term, they have like. What they said.
Keita said, is that for his family too? And then Khary says the Secret Service don't get paid that much to protect the president.
He has an interview where he breaks it down. I don't remember how much it is, but he breaks it down. And I was just like, you know, that means, because like I said, the record label is paying for all this shit. They helping to protect him. They helping to invest because he makes money. He gets crazy views on any platform that he's on. Is he doing it in the sleazy way? Yeah, we know
very
that.
Sleazy,
but
very sleazy.
I'm gonna show you the interview.
I need to find a sleazy.
I'm gonna show you the interview.
What's a sleazy sound effect? Like a pig or what would that be like? What's a rat sound make? Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Some shit like that. But yeah, I'm not gonna.
Definitely. What was it? Kimmy said that they don't think he sounded intelligent at all. Definitely not intelligent, but savvy at the moves that he's making. He sounded very like a lot of what he was doing was intentional. I definitely feel like I should play devil's advocate and just like one of my favorite entrepreneurs, Derek Grace, which is he's a dope soul.
Mm-hmm.
He read Trump's book, and he's very anti-Trump. I also did his hair. He's very anti-Trump, but he was the first one to say that I used to be, but he's like, I'm telling you, he's like doing so much and everywhere now. But he said himself that he read Trump's book, right?
Mm-hmm.
But and I feel like, yeah, you gotta know the ops. Like, what better way than to study your opposition than to read something that, read their book or watch an interview. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not sure. I might watch this shit. I probably won't, Walton said he's dead now. He owes that money back. If the label is paying his security, once the label says, you know what, you ain't making that shit, what's then? How about security?
Then yeah, it's like your life. And then once that game that he got dwindles, like once that, you know what I'm saying, that shock factor is gone and he's just not making, it's like, how you gonna protect yourself? Where can you live?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the same money that you had to hire these, your luck is about to run out. And then also karma for doing all the fucked up shit you have done. Like,
definitely,
So it's gonna run out.
It will. Let's get off this nigga. Let's talk about some real niggas real quick.
Yeah.
This Thursday, we're gonna see a battle / celebration between a couple of real niggas. You know what I mean? Gucci Mane versus Jeezy. I think this is gonna be a crazy battle. This battle's gonna be wild. I hope nobody dies. This is gonna be a crazy battle.
It's gonna be crazy.
Who you got in this battle? Gucci or Jeezy?
Jeezy, of course. Like,
Jeezy?
there's no doubt. Yeah. Jeezy's nice with it. Like, I mean, Gucci, he has his own legacy for the South. And I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because like that's a perspective. But just me coming from where I come from, I've never been a Gucci fan. But Jeezy being from the South appealed to me because of his artistry, like the way he puts words together, the flows. He was like the voice. He was like that. He was like one of the first people to be like rapping but melodic in a sense.
Mm-hmm. I got you. I tell you what.
That's right.
I tell you what. When I first heard Jeezy, I liked Jeezy. When I first heard Gucci Mane, I was like, what the fuck is this? But over time, Gucci grew on me. I lived in Florida for like 20 years. I lived in Tampa for the majority of that. But for about 3-4 years, I lived in Jacksonville, over in Duval. You know what I'm saying? I lived out there for a while. And when I was out there, for some reason, that's where I actually started to really appreciate Gucci Mane. Listening to him out there and hearing him in that environment and shit like that. And then I started listening and hearing Gucci, and then I was like, you know what? I fucks with Gucci, And it was around the It was around the Very Freaky Girl time that I started fucking with Gucci. She's a very freaky girl. Get it from her mama. First to
Go
give you
bring her
brain.
number. You get a name.
Then you get her number. Then you get some brain in the front seat on her Hummer.
In the front seat of the
And yo,
Hummer.
Gucci Man always sound like he got like a sound like he got allergies. You know, his voice kind of sounds like his nose is stuffy.
Sinus issues.
Yeah,
So
definitely
some sinus problems. That's like Jadakiss. He sounds like he needs like the throat lozenges all the time because like that rash is crazy.
Sound mad raspy, right?
Yeah.
Who asked this question? Who was it? Somebody said, I wonder if they will. Khary said, I wonder if they will be in the same venue. You know, a lot of the latest battles, they've been in the same space. You know, I wonder if they'll be in the same space. I'm not because
like with coronavirus.
Not even the coronavirus. You know, Jeezy has a confirmed body. You know? He went to court for it and pretty much got off for self-defense. Now that confirmed body, if I'm not mistaken, is one of Jeezy's peoples. You know? So
wow. Mean wait, you said Gucci.
Gucci.
Wait, I'm confused. You said Jeezy got a case or Gucci got a case?
Gucci got a body. A confirmed body.
Okay, because you said
did
Jeezy,
I say
and
Jeezy?
I was confused.
Did I say Jeezy? Gucci.
Yeah.
Gucci got.
Yes, I was.
You know what I'm saying? Gucci pretty much self-defense killed somebody, you know, and killed one of Jeezy peoples. I think I might have said it backwards, huh? Okay, I said it backwards.
But I get it, and that's
right.
crazy. Like you think that.
So they got history.
But they about.
But the history kind of started
at the end of the day,
So
they're about
Icy.
their bread.
The history started over the song So Icy.
What happened?
So it was a song that Jeezy, I forget exactly whose song it was first. I'm not sure whose song it was first, but they did the song together. This song was on both of their albums at when this song came out. It was on both of their albums. Or I think that's exactly how it came out. But I think Jeezy ended up like saying, this is my song. And that kind of started a beef between them over that song, So Icy, because they was both on that song. You know?
Icy.
Yes, you know? So Icy is the song that kind of started the beef between Jeezy and Gucci. And at some point,
but at the end of the day, they're about their bread. Like they both need to stay relevant. They both getting, you know, so I feel like they wouldn't do anything to harm that bag.
Yes. Now, I have been seeing some posts online where people have been like, yo, what's going to happen when Gucci play this song? You know? What's going to happen when Gucci play this song? You know? And these are songs that are kind of talking about him shooting dude, you know? And shit like that. So, you know? So, what's going to happen, you know? Are they going to have their own little private rules to say, hey, we ain't gonna do this, we ain't gonna do that, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about none of this shit from the So Icy days. You know, well maybe they might start the battle off with So Icy, you know? And then, okay, and that's all we're gonna have from that era or anything that talks about that era. Are they gonna have their own little personal rules to where we don't hear some songs? You know,
right. Like rules of war. Rules of war. Like let's talk about you know what I'm saying? Let's not hit below the belt. You know, kind of like in boxing, like take, you know what I'm saying? Take it easy with certain shit. And maybe that's something that Jeezy's aware of, like I said, because he don't want to fuck up the bag. So he's probably like, I'm not about to do this and start no drama. I don't know. But people are going to be watching because they're going to be curious to see what happens.
Yeah, I think so. I bet you Gucci's numbers are going up right now. People are trying to go and listen to Juicy's catalog because even though Gucci is Gucci, I think Jeezy has a more a wider audience. You know, I think Gucci.
I agree.
I think Gucci is amongst all of the hoods, whereas Jeezy is also amongst all of the hoods, but then Jeezy is also in the suburbs as well, a lot more than Gucci, I think.
I agree. I completely agree.
You know, that's just my thoughts on that.
You're gonna be streaming it, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be streaming it this Thursday.
Y'all better be here. Y'all better come check Khary's crib for that Jeezy versus Gucci battle. It's about to be, you know what I'm saying? It's about to be a movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. We're gonna do this Thursday night. We're gonna do the versus battle. We're gonna do a pre-show beforehand, and then we're gonna recap it on Friday evening as well. So that should be fun. You know?
Oh, definitely.
But you know what? Let's get ready to go ahead and jump into today's topic. You know?
Okay.
You said you had some good knowledge on this subject here, huh?
Oh God. Yes.
Today's topic.
Today's topic. You know, today's topic was kind of inspired by our president, you know? And it's like, damn, how do we deal with a bad breakup? This feels like a bad breakup with Trump right now. You know, he's coming up with all type of reasons why he shouldn't go, why shit ain't right, you know, how motherfuckers is lying on him and shit like that, and doing everything to not leave, even though we all know at the end of the day, nigga, you got to get the fuck out, you know? So it kind of made me say, you know what? How do you deal with a bad breakup? You know, I've had a couple of bad breakups that I had to deal with and shit, you know, things I had to go through and shit like that. So I was like, you know what? Maybe that'll be a good topic for tonight. How do you deal with a bad breakup? Let's see. I gotta adjust this camera over here though. But as we were speaking earlier, you said that you've had to deal with things like this and figure out how to get out of situations.
Yeah, like sometimes there's gonna be people, bless you. Sometimes there's gonna be people that don't take no for an answer. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody's like, you know, it's over. You like, who? You not me. I still have a girlfriend. You may feel like you don't have a boyfriend no more, but I still have a girlfriend. People just don't get the hint.
Now, I've seen
and it's
memes. I've seen memes that kind of like speak to that and shit like that, to where it's like, oh, we ain't done, blah blah blah. You know, it ain't done till I say so. And I've seen a lot of people co-signing that shit. You know. Do you think a lot of people feel like that?
And it's
like
shocking. It's
kind of force their way. They like really enjoy being toxic and shit like that.
This shit is shocking, honestly. Like you really don't know. Some people feel like they have ownership over somebody, like that's their property. Mm-hmm. You know, and you got to look at a person, as an individual, not something that belongs to you. I don't belong to you. I'm in your company, but I'm not yours. Right. You know what I mean? Like, right. I'm not your property. I'm not gonna sit here and do everything you tell me to do. Like, we can have a discussion and come to, you know, and we could agree to respect each other's boundaries and shit like that. But you're not gonna be sitting here telling me this or telling me that. And if I say that I don't want it, I should be able to walk away without problems. Yeah.
Yeah. You would think it would go down like that, but a lot of times it doesn't. You know, motherfuckers force their way.
Unfortunately, it doesn't. Like, let me tell you something. Yo, Khary, one of my exes pulled up to my crib. I was in an apartment complex where the parking lot was just mad big. Like, there's like 3 rows of. Basically, he parked all the way in the back and still could see like my apartment from where he was at. Okay. Was watching me, talking about, I seen you with this color shirt on and like your hair was looking like this and like, oh, you going out tonight?
He was calling you.
He would
as he was watching you,
and he would text me.
So he was on some stalker.
He would call me and he would text me.
You could write a script off of this shit.
On some crazy shit. I was like,
you can write a script.
I was like, no means no. No means no.
Yeah.
Like, I should write a poem about it because it was crazy.
You should.
And then it's like, you have some people who is like, oh, if you leave me, I can't live anymore. I can't even grasp that mindset. I would never, my mind would never ever go to taking my life if somebody left me.
Yeah. I think my ego doesn't allow me to do stupid shit like that. I think my ego is like, Khary, if you do that, you're gonna look real stupid. That person's gonna look at you real stupid. And I think I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I call 50 times, they might be like, you know what? You're right. But then my ego is like, if you call 2 times, they're gonna look at you as thirsty and stupid. So
I won't even double text. Like, if you dubbed my text message, I won't even text you again, because it's like you dubbed my shit the first time and I heard you. And it's funny because what if that text message never sent? I wouldn't know, because my ego doesn't allow me to text you twice.
Right. I'm a one texter. The only time a person might get multiple texts from me is if it's in a thought. I'm like one of those. I'm not a complete thought texter. I'm not here goes this thought. Wait, write a new sentence. Wait. Oh, I'm a sentence text. Oh, sentence text. Oh, sentence text. That's the type of person I am. That's the only time you'll get like multiple texts from me. If you don't reply to that,
right,
I guess we ain't ever speaking again. But
that's me. I swear to you, I'm the same way. Like, I have to write something and then send it. I can't just give you a big ass paragraph. I have to give you the thoughts as they come.
Trump is the he's gonna write messages and come up with all type of reasons on why he shouldn't leave, why he's still a perfect man and shit like that. Even when everybody tell him, nigga, you lying, you full of shit. He's like, no, but look, y'all don't see it.
He's a narcissist. He's a narcissist, but he's another one that is so intriguing to me, how he's able to do what he did, because again, it goes back to psychology. The reason why people do shit. And like how he had a following similar to fucking Hitler. Like, they didn't care that he was lying, touching girls, and none of that. They're like, they don't care if he's grabbing bitches by the pussy. Like, they're fanatics.
They was like, hey,
especially
grab me
now.
Now, how does one avoid the bad breakup? Is there a way to avoid the bad breakup? Is there a way to predict when you're not going to be able to break up with this person easy? Outside of them telling you, it ain't over till I say it's over, motherfucker, If
they tell you some shit like, hold on a second.
Okay. She got her son with her, and he's like, yo, Ma, I need you to come handle this shit right now. And right now she's like, yo, son, check this out. I'm on the motherfucking video, and when I'm talking, don't be trying to come over here asking what you need and doing all of this stuff. I'm totally making that up. She's probably like super nice,
Talk to him, because it's like, you already know. Anyway, I'm sorry. Where were we? What were we saying?
What was I saying? Oh, how do you avoid the bad breakup? How do you know if a bad breakup is going to occur or something like that? Or can you tell if, you know what, if me and this person breaks up, it's going to be pretty difficult. It's not going to be something I'm just like, we done and we never speak again. It's going to be like, yo, motherfucker be calling every day, showing up, popping up, Is there any way you can predict this?
So, okay. So I think a lot of it is like happens in the beginning stages. Sometimes like you got dudes who got the double dick, females who got the double pussy, they lay some shit on you and it's like, you're like, I can't live without this ever again, right? But then you have like these red flags that people show with their behaviors to indicate that they have like, characteristics of a narcissist, or if they have, different things about them that just make them an obsessive individual. If you ignore that shit, then you kind of putting yourself in a position to not have somebody easily walk away from you. But some people like that. I've heard girls talk about how they would love for, like, if a man doesn't act crazy when they can't reach them, that they not really my man. If he doesn't blow me up when he don't hear my voice, he's not really like.
Shit.
Some people like that. Yeah. So those obsessive people could be with each other, but stay away from me with that toxic shit. I'm very secure. I don't need to be up under nobody OD like that.
I feel you. But I actually dealt with somebody that we went through quite a few bad breakups, and I think we went through quite a few bad breakups because it was never an easy fucking breakup, So, but until it happened, I don't think there was really red flags like that. Like, when everything was good, I didn't think there was anything that made me say, you know what? This person might be a little clingy and hard to break up with.
Like for instance, an example of a red flag would be like, let's say you took a girl to a restaurant and you're ordering, and the waitress, you ask the waitress for something and she brings something wrong, and she comes out and is like disrespectful to the waitress, like, because she got your order wrong. And
yeah.
That's a red flag. A lot of people don't know that, but that's the beginning signs of crazy shit to come. Like,
that was definitely red flag. But Khary over here says there were definitely red flags, but you probably ignored them. You being I, and I'm not sure. I'm trying to think if I ignored them. You never ignored.
You mean to tell me, Khary? You mean to tell me you never ignored a red crack?
Okay, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I did ignore a red flag. I think one of the red flags might have been when my phone accidentally called her while I was having sex with my ex, and she understood. And she understood and continued fucking with me afterwards. Maybe that was a red flag I ignored. I took it as she was just like an understanding woman, It was
oh wow.
It was like a 10-year relationship ex, that I had slept with, type of thing, So
right. Wow.
Yeah,
she was very understanding. She's probably like been through some shit like that before.
Okay. All right, so that was a red flag. I should have said, you know what, this might be a problem later.
I don't know because that's really, I don't know. Like, I feel like every man has ignored a weird thing about a woman for some good pussy, like something that's a little off.
She did have some.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, so she may say some shit like, "Hi, you ever leave me? I'm gonna kill your ass." I'm laughing, but can low key really mean that shit? Like, I don't know. It's just, you gotta be careful.
So there was a question in the chat. Kai said, "How your phone accidentally called her while you was with the ex?" Okay, so let me tell you how this happened. How it happened.
What happened was
how this occurred. There was an issue with my phone. This was some years ago. So this was like an early version of an Android phone, I think it was like the touch or some shit like that, It was like the touch or something like that. But there was like a short in the headphones. So like if the headphone would move a certain way, you know how the phone had the button so you can click and dial? On the headphone and shit, the headphone had that like little button shit. So the headphone jack had a short in it. So when that would move around a certain way, it would just dial the last number that you called. So I guess as the phone was on the bed and it was moving, the headphone jack was inside. It said, "Ooh, look at me moving. like they having sex, and all of a sudden it said, "Oh, what would happen?" And it said, "Boom, ring, 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 ring." And I'm not sure how long she listened, but she heard, and she told me she heard. She called me the next day and said, "Yeah, I heard you fucking," you know. And
so I have to know this, and you can you don't have to answer, but you the type to talk while you fucking. So was she hearing like, yeah, take that,
a little bit. She heard some things. So let
me tell you, Khary, I could vouch for you in a way that I've had that problem with headphones before. To where I was saying some shit I wasn't supposed to say, but everybody knows that everybody who knows me knows that I'm the type to tell you what I tell other people to your face. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't just talk behind your back, like if I wouldn't say it to your face type shit, right?
Got you.
So I was saying something I shouldn't have been saying, and that the headphone shit happened, but it was because I sat down, and when I sat down, the remote pressed into the button on the headphone.
Little things like that. Sure enough,
she was on the phone. She was on the phone too. But like I said, I covered it. I was like, but this is not nothing that I wouldn't tell her in person.
Kai said we both too cheap to buy new headphones. What the fuck going on in Tampa? Yo, it was the phone itself, not the headphones. It was just the actual jack. Like I don't even got a phone with a headphone jack anymore.
He said flea market headphones.
Yeah, but I guess that was a red flag I should have looked at.
I think that could be a situation of a red flag. Like if you see somebody's a little too cool with some shit that they shouldn't be cool with. That could be. I don't know.
She actually was like, you know what? I understand. Y'all was in a relationship for a long time since you was young. You was away from there for a long time. She was like, she explained it to me like I would explain it to her for her not to be mad. And I was like, oh shit, I ain't even got to explain it. You doing it for me? What? That probably should have been a red flag too, huh? That should have probably been a red flag too. You
just sitting back like.
Yeah. I tell you what, she was the first woman that we would have sex when she was angry at me, which puzzled me. It puzzled me the first few times. We would get into like the crazy heated argument and shit. Almost to the point where it's like, you know what, I'm not fucking with you no more. And then we'd be like, all right, we going to the hotel? Angry at each other. And end up at the hotel and shit like that, but still angry.
That's the toxic pussy and the toxic dick that I was talking about earlier. Like, okay. But a lot of people, but they get their frustrations out like that though. And I've seen healthy relationships that do that, to where they just fuck out their feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
He said Khary toxic as fuck.
I'm not toxic. Maybe I'm the toxic Avenger. I don't know. Oh, phone lines is open, by the way. If you have not noticed the yellow banner with the black text above my head that said phone lines are open, and you can call in at 813-559-3339. Right above the head over here. You know what? I'm on my third drink right now. I'm feeling nice.
You saw
shit right here.
You on your third drink and you still haven't even made mine.
You want some? If I could pass it through, You watch sci-fi? You into sci-fi?
Yeah, just pass it through. Just pass it through.
I started watching this show on Amazon Prime, like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, called The Expanse. It's like this wild sci-fi show where it's like Mars, Earth, and the asteroid belt all battling it out. I'm on like season 4 now. In 2 weeks, I went from season 1 to season 4. This show was fucking interesting.
So you binge?
Yeah, it's some real sci-fi shit. Yeah, I did.
Let me write what you said that was.
The Expanse.
What?
I like that show. That show's
The
kind of interesting. They about to
I'ma
start
look
season
into
5, I think. You hope they make.
You
They
know
about
the
to start
problem
it
with me.
in December.
The problem with me and movies and shows is that it ends up watching me because I be so damn tired.
Yo,
Like
I've
you
gone
said
back.
earlier, I have a lot of jobs.
I've gone back
I have
like
a lot of jobs, so I be
3-4
tired.
times. I've gone back like 3-4 times. Like I started watching it. Like okay, so last night I started watching it probably like 11 o'clock. You know, I probably fell asleep about 2 or some shit like that. I think I just started season 4, so I think I got up to like episode 3. This morning I woke up. I said, "What the fuck was I watching last night? I don't even remember." You know? Yes, that's it. You know, and the shit was on like episode 8. It probably came up with the screen, "Are you still there?" You know? And, and it probably said, "Oh, this nigga's probably fucking." But no, I was sleeping. I fell asleep on you. I fell asleep. I have watched
Netflix
Altered
is like,
Carbon.
we ain't giving away no free streaming.
Altered Carbon was dope too, by the way, Khary. Altered Carbon was on Netflix. It was kind of dope. The second season had I can't even think of dude's name. What's dude's name? He plays the dude with the wings in the Avengers. The black guy that flies. I forget his name. Yeah, I'm into that sci-fi shit. You know?
There's this I forgot the name of this show, but it's
Anthony
on,
Mackie.
It's
Anthony
on,
Mackie. Yeah, he played on season 2 of Altered Carbon. That was an interesting
There's a show that I gotta put you on. The name of it escapes me now, but it's a crazy. Remind me to tell you about this sci-fi show. I have to like hit somebody up so they can tell me what the name is because I don't even remotely remember. But you gotta see it if you into sci-fi shit.
All right, cool. I'm gonna check it out. And Khary over here says I should watch Raised by Wolves. I'm gonna write that down. I have watched Black Mirror. I haven't seen the latest seasons.
I think that's it.
Raised by Wolves.
That's the show that I was talking about. Hold on, wait. Let me look it up, yo. Because then wait. I think that's it.
It's on HBO Max. Raised by Wolves. That's what he says. I'm gonna check it out. Because he said he's been watching The Expanse. He's looking forward to season 5. You know, he said that Altered Carbon. I seen that. You know, Khary over here in the chat. And now he just told me I should watch
shout out to Khary.
Raised by Wolves, you know? So I'm gonna check that out as well.
Shout out to Khary. Yeah, that's the show I was talking about. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out then. I'm gonna check it out once I'm done with season 4 of The Expanse. Because season 5 had to start it. I thought it had already started, but it hasn't. It starts in December if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
All right, but you know, let's get back to
you definitely gotta see that.
Dealing with bad breakups. I wrote it down right here too, on this index card. I got a box full of index cards of notes I've taken since. So since I started doing the show, these are all the little index cards of notes that I've taken to like prepare for the show, for news stories or stuff that I've just written down. So these are all the notes I've taken and stuff that I've written down.
Wow.
For the show.
Dang, Khary. I like those note cards though. Like it's like different colors and shit.
So this is since I've started in July and shit like that. I don't know why I'm saving them, but I'm like, you know what? This is
why not document the journey, document the growth.
This is closer than the trash can.
That's also inconvenience, right? Because it's conveniently right there. Just slip that bitch right in.
It is.
I wouldn't be surprised if you had a little slit cut into the box to slip that bitch in when you done.
I bet you next episode I will.
I need to get a shout out for that when your stuff was here last time. She told me to put a little slit in the box.
Yep.
Yo, but nah, seriously, toxic ass people in these relationships. Like, I had this ex, and this was recently. I had this ex hit me up Khary, out of nowhere. I haven't spoken to him in like 3 years, and we ended off on really fucked up terms. Yeah, Lovecraft Country is also really fucking dope.
I have not watched it, so I need to pick that up.
You have to. That's really watch that before you watch Raised by Wolves. So that shit is dope. Yeah, but I shit you not, Khary, he called me after 3 years of not speaking, no Facebook, no type of communication, blocked on all socials. Like, he violated type shit. Like, it was a really bad breakup.
Okay.
And he's on some like, I'm coming to your crib and I'm gonna come talk to you. Like, and I want my hug and I was like, what?
Right.
Like, it was crazy to me because like, you and I have not, what triggered a thought in your mind that would allow you to believe that it was okay to just come to my crib? So like, I had to like take drastic action after that, because you're not just gonna be on some like weird show. I was like, and I told him, so I was like, if you show up to my crib unannounced, like, don't be mad by what my response is gonna be to that, because like, I consider that
he's definitely been stalking you for 3 years, just like Khary say over here. But you kind of surprised me though, because you said it was recent, but this said 3 years. You know.
And to me, it's shocking, right? Because it's like, after what Khary said, it's like, have you really been this?
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, have you really just mustered the courage to come talk to me after all this stalking?
Or maybe,
and that's why I urge so many women to be so cautious about posting where they at that time. You post, cool. You at a cute restaurant, cool. Take the video, wait, and post once you leave the restaurant. Then you could post it.
I do that. I post I do that. If I post myself out somewhere, usually it's as I'm leaving, or 10-15 minutes before I leave is when I actually post the picture or some shit like that. I don't really like, I'm here, click, click, I'm here, click, click, I don't think I have a whole lot of enemies, but still, I don't post shit like, I don't post shit like I'm a mobster or some shit like that, like they ain't gonna know where I'm at,
I swear I be living like if I'm a crime lord, because like I do not want nobody clocking my moves.
Or maybe
like
I just watch too many movies.
It's funny because I was recently in New York for like 2 weeks and nobody knew I was there until I was already back in Florida. People were like, yo, you were here? And I'm like, yeah, I had to just take care of some shit. But, I will only let those know who I'm gonna come see, and the people who I'm doing business with. Like, and anybody else does, y'all don't need to know where I'm at until I need y'all to know where I'm at, or where I was, rather.
I tell you what, this sometimes I go home and I be a little paranoid and shit like that. I be a little paranoid.
Why?
I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of movies, and the movie starts out with like somebody getting killed on their visit back home from wherever the hell they was at.
Okay.
And I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna keep my head on the swivel. I'm gonna keep. I used to punch motherfuckers in the face. I don't know if they still mad. Let me keep my head on the swivel.
But I don't think I don't think it's paranoia. I think it's where we from. You have to be like that. You have to be always extra cautious because of getting robbed, or like me. Yeah. If I have electronic devices or anything, or I have anything in my car, I always put it under the seat. Even in Florida, they don't carjack, or they don't break into stuff. But back home, back home, they can bust your whole fucking window.
Back in my old hood, my old hood has a fucking Facebook group, and I regularly see posts where people like, look at this car with the windows broke, or look at this car sitting on fucking cement blocks, where that still happens. Actually, people still steal your fucking rims in New York and just take your shit.
Yeah,
like,
they do.
You get to your car, and now your shit is just sitting on fucking cement blocks. You're like, what the fuck?
You're sick. You're absolutely sick.
What the fuck?
Because it's gonna cost bread to get all those tires back.
Yeah.
Right.
Even with insurance.
So it's like
the fucking,
you gotta keep that state of mind.
Premium and shit.
You gotta keep that state of mind.
Definitely. But yeah, I do be a little paranoid sometimes. Not all the time, sometimes. Less when I have my own car, more when I fly. You know, when I fly in and I ain't got my own car, and I'm just like, I'm either waiting on an Uber or waiting on somebody to drive something. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got my own shit, you know? And if I don't, you know what? Let me not even mention it. If I don't fly, I can't take certain things with me, so, you know what?
Right. That's enough said. That's enough said. But but like you do that. It's really like, even if you wanted to get a rental, like last time I went to go to New York, I got a rental. It's like parking is crazy.
Yeah.
The city is so congested that if you don't get back to the block by like 7:30, you're gonna have to be waiting like 2 hours.
I've seen people sleeping in their car. I've seen people sleeping in their car waiting for
with the hazards
spots.
on.
You know, motherfuckers just be in their shit. Wake up like every 20 minutes.
Set the alarm and shit.
Double parked like a motherfucker. You know?
Facts,
in their car. And they're just like, you know what? If I'm in my car, I ain't gonna get a ticket.
Exactly.
That was the logic.
Exactly.
You know?
That's it. There's some people who would leave their cars outside downstairs and was like, just give me the ticket. Cause like I'll pay it.
Yeah, sometimes. I got a couple of tickets when I was younger because my ass was too lazy to wake up in the morning to move my car for alternate side of the street parking. You know, so now I got a ticket because I ain't moved my car for the fucking street cleaners and shit like that.
Yeah, and you got to. Like, that's one shit that was blowing minds when I was back home. I was like, I do not want to wake up at 6 a.m. to go move my
parking
shit.
is different. Parking is different in New York compared to a lot of the majority of the country.
You ain't lying.
Motherfuckers have a business of parking cars on the fucking street.
You know that the person who invented that bumper bully shit was a genius.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting that on their car now because parallel parking, a lot of people don't know how to park and they will bump into your shit. Yeah. You want to have that bumper bully on your shit to make sure nobody hits it.
I'll tell you what, a lot of people outside of New York haven't really seen that shit. You know that when you parallel park a lot. They haven't seen that shit.
I have not seen no bumper bullies out here.
Yeah, it's like some shit you hang out your trunk of the car to where when cars parallel park back to back, you know, if they bump you, they don't like scuff up your bumper, but rather hit this little rubber bib that hangs out the trunk like an ass. Like a rubber bib, it just be hanging out. And it got to the point where people just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna let that shit hang out. It's designed to where when you park, you pull it out your trunk. When you get ready to go, you walk up to your car, open up your trunk, flip that shit on, close the trunk. Motherfuckers got lazy. That should just be out all the time. That should just be out. You know?
Yeah,
I've only seen that in New York. I haven't been to other big cities that have parallel parking and shit like that on the level of New York, so I'm not sure if they have that. Philly, you see that a lot in Philly. Yeah, I guess that would be in Philly. Philly has a lot of parallel parking, and they're very close to New York. They're very close to New York. Khary says they're phone cases for cars. I like that one. Phone cases for cars. That is kind of what they
That's
are.
Valid.
Yeah,
that's valid. That's valid. I like
phone
that. I like
cars.
that.
Yeah,
I like that. That's valid. That's that. You gotta get that outer box for your car.
Yeah.
You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Get that outer box.
Yeah. Shit. I ain't mad at that though.
Me either. Because I done seen how some people park, and it's like I'll come back to the city and I'll help some people who actually live there to park this shit. Because sometimes it's just you just don't know how to parallel park. It's just not in your, I don't know.
Right. My daughter recently got her license. She's looking for a car. I'm curious if she knows how to parallel park good or not. I need to see if she does.
You gotta put her on game.
Now, so she be driving her mom car sometimes, and her mom car has a backup camera. You know? So I told my daughter she needs to back up into the spot in my crib. Cause I back into my shit. And it was initially kind of difficult for her because she was like, Mommy's car has a camera. You don't have the camera and shit like that. You know? So she was like, she's getting a little too reliant on the camera. I'm like, yo, you need to learn how to park without a camera. You got to use your mirrors and shit like that, you know? So, yo, I'm realizing that some people are going to start being born into this technology. And I know how to fucking park a car without a fucking camera. That camera break, these motherfuckers going to be like, can somebody come park my car for me? Have you ever seen that? Ever seen somebody say, hey, can somebody come park my car for me?
That's what they do to me. I'm telling you, when I was out there, I had to do that. I had to park somebody's car. It's just, hey, it's either in you or I don't know. but thank God for that bumper belief.
Definitely. So do we have anything else on bad breakups or anything?
Oh, I never got to finish. So after that, you know, you know how I give it up. So I was like, you come to my crib, I got something for that ass. and it was like, because it had to be a very firm, straight arm, like, I'm not trying to lead you on or nothing like that. It's recorded, it's documented. Do not come to my shit because I'm not playing with you. Gotcha. I'm going to consider it a direct disrespect and crossing the line if you come to my house. So he kept, like a week would go by and he would send me a picture of, he sent me a picture of us. And then like the following week, he sent me a video of us on New Year's, like I said, 4 years ago. I was like, you still have this?
Yeah, why wouldn't you have it? Those are memories. You delete pictures? After you break up with somebody, you delete those pictures out of your photo gallery?
You will never see that person's, any of these men's faces again in my fucking phone. Like, once it's...
Now, not necessarily in your phone, but do you have like a cloud photo gallery or anything? Like, I got a lot of pictures in my cloud gallery. You know, like in my Google Photos, I could just go to my album, Women in My Life, boom, and I could, you know.
So I personally don't do that, and I didn't because I'm not the type to when I break up with somebody, I can't be friends with you. Like, it's just weird after that for me.
I'm still cool with them. I don't really I'm not really friendly with them. I have it pretty much for when I'm like 80 years old, 90 years old. You know, I could look at my phone. I could be like, yo, I was kind of lit. You know?
I was pulling them. I was pulling them.
You know, I could go back and it's for my personal reference from when I'm an old man type of shit.
Right.
You know?
I like that idea. I don't like the creepy stalker shit that a lot of people be doing, but I like that. And so I viewed it as being really weird that's how he would try to initiate conversation after I had told him. I was like, yo, don't show to my shit. Right. And so now after that, it became like I had this one instance where a car came into my complex. Right. I have a gate in the front. So a car comes in after me into my complex. I'm pulling up to the front of my crib to get my work bag. Shout out Graffiti Braids, natural hairstylist. I come I come and I'm like, I stop in front of my house, but I see that this car that came in after me pulls into like the office parking. You know, like this office parking, like anybody who parks there, like, you know, nobody from the neighborhood is parking in the office.
It's like office parking and future resident parking and shit like that.
Right. Right. nobody's parking there because you know you're gonna get towed.
I get it. Yeah.
So I don't want to say he. I don't know. To this day I don't know who it was, but I associated it with him.
Okay.
They
He was
pulled
paranoid
in.
there.
Right.
But that
right,
was a smart
like,
thing to be at that point. That was a smart thing to be.
Right. He
shit,
was.
Yeah. They ain't
Yeah, because he had been saying some. Right.
Yeah.
He had been saying some weird shit to me. Like if we anyway on some weird shit. Anyway.
I get it.
So he pulls in. He pulls into that person pulls into the parking, and they stay there, lights still on. Don't get out of the car. Nothing's moving. Now, mind you, I'm still in the front and I'm looking, and I'm like, that's weird. I'm not gonna go in my crib yet. Mm-hmm. What if they're waiting for me to go in my crib and come try to like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. So I'm sitting there, and the car comes out after like maybe like 2-3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The car comes out of the parking and drives by me. Before it gets to where I'm at, I put my mask on and I look. And so as it passes me, I'm like, what the fuck? I run inside real quick to grab my bag.